we're seeing much more pressure put on developer teams.
Yes.
And the FinOps teams are looking at the engineering teams and saying, well, what models are you using?
Yeah.
Asking all these kind of questions. Comfortable.
Yes.
What do you take? What do you make of that? And how do you kind of see this right now?
Well, this is, honestly, I think AI spend is a ticking time bomb for companies. Right now at the executive level, the C-suite, we got to do some AI stuff. We got to do it.
And product teams too, because they're saying,
Sure.
we're saying, oh, our competitors has like this, the nifty little star in the corner.
Is that we've got a ticking time bomb where companies are going to start freaking out and saying, we spent how much and we got what? And they're not going to know the answers.
The unit economics don't add up.
They don't even know. And so they have to go through the whole company and say, well, we spent X million. What did we get out of it? I do believe it's an opportunity for FinOps practitioners to inject themselves into this conversation at their companies to say, look, we've got the skills for this. We know how to do this. And a lot of companies are using AI through cloud providers. So it is showing up. But for folks that might have GPUs in their data center, they don't know. For folks that are using SaaS solutions, Databricks, Snowflake, to provide data for generating these models, they might not have that. But it's a perfect opportunity for FinOps practitioners to continue to take those lessons learned from the cloud and apply it to AI. And it seems that our friends that are providing these services are coming up with new and exciting ways of pricing. And they're using virtualized currencies, tokens. And it feels more like going to Dave and Buster's than actually purchasing something.
So if you were leading an engineering team, how would you get ahead of things, knowing that the FinOps crew over there is gaining more momentum and you can't have your little kingdom as much as you would like anymore, even though you believe in it?
Yes. Well, I mean, the first thing is you've got to make sure that what you're doing is benefiting the business. You need to make certain that you are not confusing.
But what you've been saying before, though, is like they believe that they're benefiting the business already.
Well, they're confusing heat with light. They're confusing activity with progress. And when I say understanding the impact on the business, what I'm saying is, first of all, understanding your costs. Knowing what your department is costing the company, whether you're using a bucket of tokens that your company purchased, okay, fine, keep track of that. But you also need to keep track. You also need to know the revenue that you're generating for the company. So for example, let's say you are, I'm running an engineering team and I'm exploring ways to improve engineering productivity with the use of AI. Okay. Claude, Copilot, something like that. Maybe I'm looking at things from, my friends at Honeycomb, made the Grit acquisition. And so they're applying AI to observability and helping users get to the root cause faster. Great. Well, let's snap the chalk line before and after. So figure out a way, again, engineering leader. What I would like to do is figure out what my metrics are and velocity is and productivity from the engineering team. Test by bringing in a few solutions, not for the whole team, but just pockets. And have, and compare, like this team used Copilot and this changed. This team used Claude, this team didn't. And so we have a control. Then we can actually say, well, we spent X on Copilot and we got this amount of improvement. We spent Y on Claude, we got more improvement, but for whatever reason, Claude was more expensive. So now we can make a business decision like, yes, maybe Copilot is not as good for us as Claude is, but it's cheaper. And we can make a business decision that way instead of going with the best, most expensive option. We could start making decisions like that.
Robert, thanks so much.
Of course.